So on the Pat McAfee show earlier today, Ian Rapoport talked about the length of the suspension that Deshaun Watson is likely to get and when we might find out.
I can't make a real guess because I have the information that's public, but I don't have the information that's not. I don't know what he said in the depositions. I would say many of the people involved are believing, anticipating that it'll be, some time off the field. Like, I would be surprised at this point if it's like, all right, just a fine.
Oh, of course.
Right. But I can't give, is it 4 or 6 or 8 or 10? Probably somewhere in there, but that's an unbelievable, drastic, distant difference based on the percentage of a season. So I really do not know, and I don't think Roger Goodell knows either.
With that, let's welcome in Brad Ward from BrownsWire.com, as well as the All Eyes on Cleveland podcast. So, Brad, when you look at that, again, still a developing situation as far as everybody concerned in NFL circles with the Deshaun Watson possible suspension.
Yeah, no question about it. That seems like not much there from Rapoport. No fine. Yeah, I think we knew that it wasn't going to just be a fine, right?
Mm-hmm.
And also, he gives us the range of 4, 6, 8, 10 games. Sure, yeah, I think we all feel that way or hope that, Dave, honestly, I'd take any of those at this point. I am on the kind of I fear that it may be more. I fear that we could be pushing towards 12 with an appeal, maybe gets you to 10 or even a season. I fear at the worst. But I'm hoping that what he says, what Ian Rapoport said there, 4, 6, 8, 10. I hope we're still in that range, but things seem to be trending toward the harsher side, in my opinion.
Yeah, I am inclined to agree with you. Initially I thought it might be in that range, and I'm thinking it may be climbing up as well. The Browns said that they're not planning on trying to void the contract guarantees or any of the trade. Were you surprised by that at all? And what does that say to you?
I think I'm not surprised by that. We kind of hit on this. I feel, and I've been saying this on my show, the only way is through here for the Browns, right? They took on this risk and the scrutiny that would come with it, knowing that this was going to be part of it. And yeah, it may be a little bit harder than they thought, and it may have come down a little bit rougher than they thought here the past few weeks. Rusty Harden not helping out, on the defense side, had a rough couple weeks. But either way, the light at the end of the tunnel for the Browns is this guy on the field winning you football games, right? So, they have to see it through at this point. And I think that they still feel the same way they did when they went and got him. And I know that's not going to make a lot of people, everybody happy, but ultimately their sacrifice here is they're going to take a huge PR hit in the end to have a better quarterback, because that opportunity never comes along where you can get a top 5 quarterback on the open market, no risk, not having to go through the draft process and develop him and all that stuff and take the risk on that. I mean, this is a guy proven that what he can bring to the table. So they took the shot at it, and the shot is still there. They just have to see through this ugliness first. Yeah. And I think that they still feel strong on that.
Yeah, the other thing it tells me is they at least knew these kind of things could come out. I don't think anything that's come out has surprised them at all, I guess, is what that tells me by the Browns coming out and making that statement, before the weekend.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, they certainly expected all this, and they knew they were going to take a hit, like I said, and they just need to keep their head down. Stefanski keeps getting asked the same question. He's going to respect the process. They're going to see it through. They're going to keep answering the questions the same way until this thing works itself out. Hopefully we'll get a ruling from the NFL sooner than later, and that'll kind of start, I'm hoping, the end of it. But, it also depends on how Deshaun and Rusty handle this case out of the locker room and in the courtroom too.